Hey everyone, Mike here on Save File. God, I should have some sort of like cool intro or a name or something besides using my first name and not even having a name for the channel. But I don't know. I got nothing yet. Going to do another reaction to the new Dragonforce song. Now, Dragonforce are don't start yet. Dragonforce are power metal. Which means, I don't know, it's fast, it's like speed metal on crack. I don't really know how to differentiate the subgenres of metal, really. But you've probably heard of Dragonforce. If you played Guitar Hero 3, you heard the song Through the Fire and Flames, which was utterly ridiculous. It was the Jordan of Guitar Hero 3. Jordan, of course, was by Buckethead in Guitar Hero 2. Also impossible to play on the game. I was going to say on real guitar as well, which is funny to mention because Buckethead for the longest time actually could not play the Sword into Jola. Wow. Buckethead could not play the solo to Jordan live. He would play the main riff, the chorus riff, and then switch into a different song, Post Office Buddy, in place of the solo, and then revert back to Jordan. And he was accused of not being able to play it. Which, I'm talking about Buckethead in a Dragonforce video. Dragonforce were also accused of not actually being able to play their music live. For quite a while, they were very sloppy when playing live. That may also have to do with the fact that they were drunk a lot of the time. But Herman Lee was accused quite a bit of just not being able to play the solos that they had recorded on their albums. But this is Highway to Oblivion by Dragonforce. There was actually a music video, but the song itself was edited down, so I decided to go with the official audio rather than the video. And this is Dragonforce's first song/album without their keyboard player. So I don't know if that means there's going to be less wing ding dang doodles or less wheedly bits. Probably not, because they still got Herman Lee. And I've talked enough about things that are not Dragonforce, so let's check out the song. It's going to be fast, I'm sure. That's almost synthwavy. If you know anything about me yet, you know I love synthwave.
When the lights have turned to gray, on the dawning final day.
They must have a new keyboard player then. There's a lot of synth going on right now, and if they don't have a keyboard player, that doesn't make sense.
Can we find the words to say? All the times we fought in vain, through the years and seasons change, but we all still feel the same as we stand.
Whoops. Dang it. Wow. So, another thing about power metal, is that it's super cheesy. But I find that the older I get, the more I enjoy the cheese factory music in general. There's a lot of music I listen to that would be suitable to put at the end of a 70s sitcom, unironically, and I enjoy the ever-loving heck out of it. I also want to take a second to talk about this album cover art, which is just... Let's enlarge that real quick. Just get out of yeah, okay, let's just do that. Look at that. Look at that shit. That is like... Herman Lee's got like a laser lightsaber guitar. There's a bone dragon. I don't know if that's a bone dragon. I don't know who this is, but he's riding a laser Zamboni. And then there's this... I don't know if that's a Lambo. I don't know anything about cars. There's also the explosion. They know how over the top they are. They must. How do I shrink this back down now? Oh god. What do? Alright. Well, I'm just going to keep playing the song and work on this in the background. There we go. I'm back. I like this quite a bit. Oh, it's got... Oh my god. Dude. I also haven't listened to Dragonforce in forever, and it's so ridiculous.
Feel the engines fire, feel the thunder rise. Now touch the path of glory, bow to the turbo drive. I feel the fire burn strong.
Bow to the turbo drive. I don't know how many times they're gonna mention dragons and glory and swords and all that stuff, but I bet it's gonna be a lot. And also, I'm trying to point at things. You can't see what I'm pointing at. I'm gonna point down here. It says it's Highway to Oblivion. That's the song. Apparently, according to this, the album's called Extreme Power Metal. And it's so, like, tongue-in-cheek obvious that I love it. They're just like, yeah, that's what we are. We're Extreme Power Metal. This is great. I love it. I love everything about this so far. I don't care how cheesy or silly it is. I love it.
Flash lightning fries the brain, on a course to no tomorrow, driving all of us insane. City lights laid out before us, go for now your time has come. Now your time has come. In a flash of blue steel, to the far horizons, supersonic power, on the wings of a dream. Down the road so far with nowhere to hide, like a star shooting right from the sky. Straight up for the one that look back now tonight. Feel the coming of midnight, lost forever, space and time, wild and wild.
That drumming is kind of bonkers.
Tonight, let the trust of the behind, blasting on the speed of light, tearing up the highway to oblivion.
Just gotta pause for a second. There's a lot to take in. There's just so much to it. It's good, but oh wow, there's still 3 more minutes to go. I think that's a big problem I have with Dragonforce. Is it's just like, I do enjoy, but it's just like, it's like going to a rave almost, but the metal version, where like a rave, it's just like sensory overload, you know? There's flashing lights, there's pounding music, there's just bodies everywhere, all over you. I've never been to a rave. I'm just trying to make an example. Do I look like a guy who would go to a rave? But that's the best example I can think of like a sensory overload, where it's just like, it's so much to take in that, for me, I need a moment to pause and just like, whew, take it all in. Okay, I've had a moment to absorb and calm down from the ridiculousness that is this song. And I'm sorry, I know I don't get hype like a lot of other, you know, reactors do. That's just not how I am. It's not. I don't yell, I don't do that stuff, so I'm like a very low-key reviewer, reactor, however you want to look at it. Let's keep going.
Bright lights still glare before us. Give it up for now. Your time has come. Now your time has come. Like a demon on wheels, through the cursed blue mountains. Don't let a minute go by. Give it all to the end. On a one-way street, living in the fast lane. Feel the passion that runs through
So
your
fast. The tempo is so fast. So triumphant. That's another quality I really enjoy in music. Okay, so this is the post-chorus instrumental break. I'm really hoping for a solo now. Nope, bridge. There's Dragonforce. There's gotta be a solo. Hopefully a dueling solo. Okay, there it is. Yep, there's the dueling solos. Of the synchronization. This is not where I was expecting that bridge to go. How it drops down to the bass and just has a much darker tone to it. Now, it's not dark by the terms of, like, all of a sudden they're playing deathcore, but in terms of how the song was going before this moment, it adds a much darker tone and feel to the song, which is unexpected but good. Like, it adds tension to this happy, flighty song that's been going on this entire time. Also, ooh, wow. That's actually like a really good groove, too. Didn't really last long before the tempo just cranked up again, but more solos. Whammy. You can hear like the glory that they're going for. The power before me, ascend to the edge of glory. Tonight shooting far across the sky. Yep. It's like the sugar rush of metal. That's what this makes me think of. Like the caffeine rush. Damn. Yeah, like when you were a little kid and you just ate like your entire bag of Halloween candy and all of a sudden you were blasted out of your mind by the amount of sugar you had consumed and just all over the place. That's Dragonforce in metal terms. Of course, you know, people will mention baby metal as like, you know, the sugar of metal, which makes sense with how saccharine and those vocals. But before baby metal, there was Dragonforce, and I like this quite a bit. I tend to think their songs go on a little too long, but maybe that's because of how just like how much of a punch to the face they are in terms of tempo and how ridiculous guitar playing is, that it's just a lot to take in. So I feel like a shorter song length would suit them better because I have trouble absorbing all of this at once, maybe. But there's no denying that they're good at what they do. If you like this kind of thing, and just triumphant is a word I love to use when it comes to music, because there are some songs that just have that feeling of like, you just did a really awesome thing. Now go celebrate and be awesome with your awesomeness. And this gets that across really well. There's some other examples. I can't remember. I think, and So I Watch You From Afar is really, really good at getting that vibe of like triumph and victory across, where you just listen to their stuff and you're like, I can do anything that I want to. Anything at all. I could just put my fist through this monitor without any repercussions at all. I'm not going to do that because Monitors are expensive and I'm poor. But just, yeah. That victory and triumph in musical form. Which some songs, like, they try to get that across. Like, Pomp and Circumstance, people are like, oh, play that at graduations. It's a song of achievement. That doesn't give me a feeling of achievement. It makes me think of Macho Man Randy Savage, which, well, great, is not what I'm going for when I feel achieved. So, I don't know. Play me some Dragonforce at my graduation ceremony that happened 9 years ago. Then I'll feel cool. Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you liked the song. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So, I don't have anything to plug except my podcast, The Role Less Taken. You can find us on most streaming services that carry podcasts, Spotify, etc. We are currently playing Weave. I got the box. Shit. Right there. Weave by the Monocle Society. We are using the Solar Age setting where we are in space and doing space things with aliens and lasers and artificial intelligence. It's a good time. So check that out. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram at The Role Less Taken, on Twitter at Role Less Taken, and let us know what you think. Let me know what you thought of this. Any suggestions, let me know. For right now, I'm mostly checking out new stuff, but I will check out whatever people send to me, and probably some older stuff that I just want to gush about. So, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you next time. Bye!